Hello, everyone. Welcome to Developing Palates. I am Aaron Loomis coming to you from the Drew Estate Studio. With me today is Seth Geis, and from the Bastani Studio, John McTavish. How you guys doing?
Rocking it out, man.
What up, party people? I'm looking forward to those snarky comments in this on this one. I want to see someone come in a month from now and be like, "This is the best cigar I've ever smoked. You guys don't know how to. You're terrible at tasting." I love it. Keep bringing it. I love it. I love reading it. It makes me smile and laugh every time.
All right, so today we are talking about the Davidoff Winston Churchill Limited Edition 2025, The Artist. This cigar is a Churchill 7 by 48. Comes out of the Cigars Davidoff factory in the Dominican Republic. Wrappers from Ecuador, binders from Mexico, and the filler is from Nicaragua and the Dominican Republic. Price point is $49. Cigar was released in January of 2025. And we picked these cigars up from Corona Cigar Company. So
Hell
if you are
yeah.
in Florida near one of the locations, be sure to stop in for a cigar and a libation. But if you are not near them, you can always go to the website or give them a call, place an order through the catalog, whatever you want to do. They will ship it to you almost instantly. All right, all that out of the way, Seth, take us through your experience with the Davidoff.
Was a good looking cigar. That's kind of
Mm,
the highlight of it right there, man.
it's a
After
nice
that, it goes
wrapper.
downhill. Um, Dry earth, some pepper spices, leather, some minerals. There's some charred wood, some black coffee, medium full strength and body. That flavor profile contenders in the second, third. Black pepper and spices are kind of on the rise in this third. Man, when you smoke these Winston Churchill LEs and you smoke this, you're just like, ugh. It's pretty brutal. Final third just continues with that first and second third profile, charred wood, leather, black pepper spices, tobacco, dry earth. There's bits of minerals here and there. Medium full strength and body. I had just an average burn and draw. I can't remember the last time I had a Davidoff smoke as poorly or as average as this. So it was disappointing. John?
Yeah, it was not a good experience for me, both from a flavor perspective and the burn was just an utter disaster. But I'll get to that. Uh, if you'd taken the bands off of this, I would not have put this as a Davidoff. Profile was very punchy in the first third. Spicy tobacco leading off with wood on the finish. Spice got up to medium right away, medium full right after that. Wood just super defined the post draw, so not a lot of complexity there. But a half inch in, fortunately, the spice came back down to light. Mild chocolate on the retro hill, and then a little bit of sweet tobacco, and that was it. That was the first third. Second third centered more around creamy spices and wood, a little bit of dry wood on the post draw, and that was it. Creamy wood, dry wood, a little bit of cedar. Not a lot going on. Unfortunately, the last third kind of took a bit of a nosedive for me. Started out with creamy earth, and then got some bitterness on the post draw, and the bitterness turned into tongue bite, which is ironic, and I'll get to why it's ironic. But it was very off-putting. It made the last third very difficult to get through, and that could be related to the issues I was having with burns. I had two relights and a wavy burn, so very unusual for Davidoff. I wouldn't say that's especially on limited edition. And the draw is perfect. So hard to say whether the relights were affecting the burn or the tongue bite. Pardon me. What's ironic is that it was a 2 hour and 22 minute smoking time for me. I'm sure Davidoff would have a 40-minute smoking time. So I can't imagine how much tongue bite this would have with a typical smoking time, but it definitely wasn't because I was smoking too fast. Yeah, so not a great experience for me. Definitely subpar. I'd say below average subpar. How about you, Aaron?
Yeah, for me, the cigar started with toasted cedar, a meaty mushroom mustiness, and some black pepper. The meaty mushroom note departed fairly quickly, and some earth joined in. Black pepper later increased. Second third saw the earth increase a bit, and the pepper mellowed a bit. Then the final third saw the pepper and earth mellow significantly, and a vegetal mintiness joined in. Um, Cigar had a nice start. Had a good combination of flavors, but kind of fell off in the second third as the cigar struggled to stay lit and kind of needed some relights to it. Cigar seemed damp for some reason to me, based on
Mm,
the flavor profile and just kind of how it was struggling to stay lit. It felt like it was just overly humidified, but um, it may just have needed more time to truly acclimate and kind of provide the flavor profile that was intended. But at this price point, I wouldn't expect to have to do that or need to give it time and all that kind of stuff. It should be ready to go, I would think. But yeah. All right, let's get into the scores. We're going to start at the top with me at 5.65. June was next to 5.4. John gave it a 5 even, and Seth gave it a 4.28. I-565 matches up well. It was an above average flavor profile. Did have some construction issues with the burn, I think similar to John, where it was wavy and then it kind of had a couple relights that were going on. Um, yeah, it was just definitely not Davidoff like. Um, just seemed wet. So, all right, John, 5 even.
Yeah, it matches up well. Even if you take the construction out, the flavor profile was definitely below average. But man, oh man, seeing that kind of burn performance on a cigar that's this super premium. I mean, if you were in a Davidoff lounge, you'd probably ask for your money back. Definitely not something I'd return to.
All right, so that's 4.28.
Yeah, I definitely would come back to it. I think it's probably one of the worst Davidoffs I've smoked. I think I referred to this as like the Gallipoli for Winston Churchill's.
Well played.
Um,
Well played, Seth.
it's just, I mean, of all the Winston Churchill LEs, I mean, I was like looking them back and it's like you could just kind of see the decline of them over the years. This was just horrific. So it's just bad.
Any final thoughts?
Don't smoke it.
$57?
49 bucks.
$49.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. 49.57 doesn't matter.
Or
Yeah,
nine
yeah,
fifty-seven
it
at
doesn't
that point,
matter.
yeah,
Who cares to that point?
it's bad.
What are we doing here, man? We're gonna bring Winston back from the dead, just so he can fly to the DR and kick some ass and be like, what are we doing here, guys?
Yeah.
Take my name. You can call it the Winston. You can call it the Church, but you can't call it the Winston Churchill. Yeah, taking the
I
name back.
just, I just don't know how some of these blends just make it to production. I mean, it's like if I was on a tasting panel, I'd be like, pipe
Oh,
down.
I mean, there'd be a slap. Like you'd get up and you'd slap somebody.
I'd be like, yeah,
What are you
it's like,
doing? What is
Yeah.
it? Is this a sample?
yeah.
No, this is a
What is,
reject, right? No, this is a sample.
is this,
What?
is this my blend? No, it's not my blend.
I swear to God, if Winston was here right now, he'd throw his bourbon in your face
I
right
would be
now.
pissed.
He'd be pissed. Which is a shame because the OG Winston Churchill was fucking phenomenal, like
Yeah.
just outrageously tasty and rich. So I don't, the whole artist thing kind of goes over my head a little bit. Like I feel like the Winston Churchill's already kind of its own thing. It doesn't need another thing on top of that. Like we don't need a Winston
Yeah.
Churchill Chef's Edition. We don't need a Winston Churchill artist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in my opinion. But whatever.
I mean, they have to give a good story to go out with the LEs, I guess. I don't know.
I
You know?
guess
So,
make
just
better
sell core line
cigars.
stuff. It's good.
Yeah.
You know. All right. Wherever you catch this video, be sure to like and subscribe and check out the full written review on the website, developingpalates.com. Follow us on all the social media channels, and you can catch all of our review recaps on podcasts. So iTunes, Google Play, and Podbean. Thank you for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next one.
Winston Churchill.